All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. We are here in second period, and we're upgrading this app today to add sliders and text box. So I'm going to add these text box here to the sliders. I think these sliders are done. So when you do a slider, you want a control variable. So you want a control variable like red value, and you're going to set it equal to 0. And then copy and paste that. You want a green value. I missed. Green value. And you want a blue value. So you get all your values of the RGBs. Are you with me on that? Everybody know how to create a variable? Okay, and I set them equal to 0 because they're numbers, so I'm going to set them equal to 0. So now I go to my slider, and you have a thumb position change. So what you're going to do is go to your variable, and you're going to set this variable value. So my red value gets set to the thumb position change. So go get this. Now, this is going to be a decimal. I've learned this the hard way that this is a decimal. So all you do is you go to your math box and get a round. So you just round it up or down. I think ceiling rounds it up. I think floor rounds it down. And then round probably does it. If it's above 0.5, rounds up. If it's below 0.5, rounds down. Are you guys with me on that? Just like you do in math. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. So yeah, we won't. So that'll work. So then you go to your canvas again like we've done. Okay. So you go to your canvas. Do you remember where we created a paint color? So you're going to set your paint color. Go back to my color. Okay. And then all you're doing is putting in these values. So you go back to your variables list and you get it. And you're going to go ahead and get the red, copy, paste. You can get the green, copy, paste. By the way, these do have to be in order. This is red, green, blue going in order. Okay. Now, how do we do the text box? Good question. So now you go to your text box, which I spelled wrong, but that's all right. It'll still work. And you set the text to the text box equal to this red value. And you could have done it right here too. It doesn't matter. So you go to your variables and you get, that messed up. You go ahead and get the red value. And now it's going to display it in the text box. Are you with me? Now, how do we type something in the text box then and get it to go to our slider? Good question. So you go click on text box. By the way, this is driving me nuts. I got to rename this. See how I did TVB? TXB. Red. Thank you, Mr. Richter. And now you go in here, and now you go into so text box. You got focus, you lose focus. It's one of these. If the got focus, I think got focus is when you put your mouse on it and you tap on it. Are you with me? Lost focus is like when you hit enter. So I don't know. It probably is going to be lost focus because you put the mouse on it, right? You click on the box and then you hit enter and it's somewhere else, right? So I think when you lose focus is when you want to set, and you do the same thing. You go ahead and set the variable. We're just going to basically do this backwards, right? So you're going to go to your variable and set your red value to be the value of the text box. So you go back and I believe you get your text. Okay. And then we need to set our slider. So you go to your slider and say set thumb position change to be, what value do we want it to go to? Well, whatever red value they put in there is what the value that I want. So I put red value in. So that value right there, whatever if they type in 5, I want the thumb position to go back to 5, and it should do that. You guys don't have any sliders done? You guys didn't have sliders done yesterday? You should have had this done, right? Right. I feel like I'm missing something in the sliders, so I changed the paint color. Is that right? Anybody have sliders done? Is this what I have in there? What else is in there? Do you have another box in there? What's at the bottom? Oh yeah, I forgot the vertical arrangement. You're very good. I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, this pink color. You're right. You're right. So VA sliders. So that's where I go to. I was gonna say this doesn't look like it's enough. So VA sliders background color. There you go. And then here. Oh, by the way, we would probably want that to this here too, right? So that needs to go in here. When they type in a new color and you change the slider, well, that should automatically happen though. Because when you do this, you change the slider, and then that's duplication. We don't need that. Uh-oh. Did I just lose everything? It doesn't move the slider? Doesn't move the slider? So how do we get that to move the slider? It should move the slider. How about got focus? Did you try got focus? So all we have to do here is go to TXB red got focus. Let me see what's in here. With it didn't. Oh, I know why. That's probably because of this. Oh, you need this block of code here. You got to change the paint color again. Sorry. That's why. And then you probably should go to this right here again. Probably. So, do you guys see how there's so much repetition here? See how it's a lot of repetitive code? That'd be a great time for a procedure. Are you with me? Put a procedure in that says change paint color and put all that stuff into change paint color. Okay? Be a great time for a procedure right there. All right, I'm going to see if that works. Okay. Background color is changing. The text box is changing. So if I type on the text box, by the way, my text box is really small. So if I type in 25, hit enter. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not working 100%. It is? No, you're allowed to have zero. Zero should be a. Yeah, you need to have zero into all the text boxes originally. It's got to start at zero. If not, it's going to start at a blank null, and then the RGB won't accept the blank null. Is that what you're trying to say, Ryan? Yeah, you're right. You have to have a value in the text box. Okay, run it. Connection error. Yeah. So we got to figure out how that. First of all, I had to make my text box a lot bigger. Now my text box moved. My text box moved. Well, no, maybe it didn't. Okay, we got some work to do there. So this is just something we gotta, power through and figure it out. You with me? It's got to be able to be done. Now we got to figure out how to do it.